Oh, Series 7. It's been nice. You've been a good smartwatch, but unfortunately, I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Greg here. And yeah, just like in my last video, how I talked about my decision-making process with buying an iPhone 14 Pro Max, I wanted to do the same for the Apple Watch Ultra. So first of all, let me take you back and talk about my decision-making process last year when I bought the Apple Watch Series 7. Not like there was a lot of choices with the Apple Watch selection last year, but I'll walk you through it anyway. So I picked up the Apple Watch Series 7, and I liked a lot of the things about it that were new, which really weren't that new, right? Like, it got a bigger screen, which also had a native keyboard, and off the top of my head, I believe that was like really the only big change with the Series 7 that year. Basically, the size of the watch increased, the design changed slightly, and that was kind of the hallmark feature, and that's basically been my experience with the Series 7. I liked the thinner borders around the screen, I liked having a bigger screen, and I liked having a native keyboard on the watch. That actually proved pretty helpful, especially when the phone wasn't near me. I could quickly type out messages when I didn't want to dictate them, especially in public. I don't like talking in public, so I like to just type on the watch, and that's been pretty helpful. And then the rare times where I have to enter a password on the watch, having a native keyboard is kind of a lifesaver. So that was really nice with the Series 7, and I really enjoyed the Series 7. It was kind of, there weren't many additions to the Series 7, but what they did change, that bigger screen and the keyboard, it was kind of like a new Apple Watch experience, even though it was using like the same exact chip, which is kind of weird because now we have the Series 8, and this update, in a way, seems even smaller. Now, it does get a new body temperature sensor, but it seems like that's really only for women's health. And as great as a feature as that is for women, I really can't utilize that feature. So the Series 8 to me just seemed like a pretty lackluster upgrade. So if I'm going to get it, I'm going to review it, I'm going to see how that goes. But really, when I was looking at Apple Watches to purchase this year, the Apple Watch Ultra really stood out to me as something that was quite different than what I'm used to. And it had a lot of upgrades and new features that I was actually really excited for. Now, I should probably also tell you that last year, when I bought my Series 7, I didn't get the normal aluminum version, which is much more affordable, right? It's around like $400 for a GPS model. What I picked up was a 45mm stainless steel Apple Watch Series 7. Now, I'm gonna have to go look at Apple's website to get you the exact price on that because I forgot, but it is pretty expensive. And it's funny, as I look at Apple's website on the stainless steel option for the Series 8, I just noticed something that I didn't really pick up on before, and that is that technically the Apple Watch Ultra and the stainless steel version of the Series 8 are exactly the same price. So it's $799 for a stainless steel version with a $100 band. The Apple Watch Ultra comes with 3 different bands, but if you buy them separately, they are all priced out at $100. So actually, these watches are the same price, and what I paid for last year with my Series 7 actually, I think, came out to around $750 or $800. So it was basically the same price as what I'm buying with the Apple Watch Ultra, and that is a big reason why I actually went for it. Because the price sticker shock wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting this watch to be much more, especially based on the rumors, where a lot of people were saying that it was going to start at $1,000. And I was like, okay, $1,000 for an Apple Watch seems a little ridiculous. Like, I really hope they don't price it like that. And it turns out they didn't. So $800 for this watch, I think, is fair, especially with the list of exclusive features it has over the stainless steel Series 8. You also get a lot of other additional benefits. So obviously, the screen is much larger. It's a 49mm display compared to the Series 7 and Series 8. 45mm display on the biggest size version of the watch. And I just mentioned before, my favorite feature with the Series 7 was the larger display. I found it to be really useful, and the native keyboard, which again, I really like to type natively on it, but I will say that the Series 7, even though I found that I used the keyboard pretty well, at sometimes it could be a little bit inaccurate because the screen was smaller. So having a bigger screen for that keyboard should mean that I should be a little bit more accurate when typing on the Apple Watch Ultra, and that is obviously very welcome. I also like the design of the Ultra. I don't know, I've seen a lot of people online say they really don't like the design of the Ultra, and I get it. This is a big watch. It's 49 millimeters. It is very thick when you compare it to the Series 8. And it just looks pretty massive when you look at it side by side, or when I've seen some photos on people's wrists. It's a big watch. But the reason why I like the design of the Apple Watch Ultra is it should look that way. This is a watch that is supposed to appeal to people that need more durability because maybe they're into extreme activity, and it's supposed to appeal to people who want like a bigger sports watch. So if Apple designed the Apple Watch Ultra to kind of be slim and sleek, well, they're designing a product that's for a different market. The slimmer, sleeker Apple Watch, it already exists. You can go buy a Series 8, you can go buy an Apple Watch SE, that product exists. So the reason for this product to exist in the first place, it has to be different. And Apple is leaning into that difference. They are leaning into the strengths of this design by making it thicker, by making it have a bigger display. So I like that. You gotta understand that these are designed with purpose. Apple could have made the same exact watch and called it a Pro or called it an Ultra, and we all would have been upset. We would have been like, well, there's no exclusive features on it. They made the right design choices here. And yeah, putting that watch in a bigger case also leads to one very important feature about the Apple Watch Ultra, and that is battery life. Now, I currently have pretty much no problems with the battery life on my Series 7 Apple Watch. It lasts throughout the whole day. It gets me through a whole day of use, day in, day out, really no issues at all. I'll even do like an hour workout, sometimes even a 2-hour workout with this watch, and I'll still make it through a whole day. But it is just about a day for me. Like I do have to put it on the charger at the end of the night if I want it fully charged by the end of the morning, or if I'm doing sleep tracking, I have to charge it in the morning. Now with the Apple Watch Ultra, supposedly this is going to have a 36-hour battery life rating. And the current battery life rating for the Series 8 and the Series 7 is rated at 18 hours of all-day use. So just doing the quick math on that, that means that the Apple Watch Ultra battery life should be twice as good as what the Series 8 offers, which means for someone like me, the way I use my Apple Watch, I should be able to get at least 2 days of battery life comfortably on the Apple Watch Ultra without any low power mode optimizations. And speaking of which, apparently there's going to be a low power mode optimization on the Apple Watch Ultra, which should make it last for up to 60 hours of use, but apparently that's not going to be ready at launch. And I don't know what sort of sacrifices that optimized battery mode is going to make to achieve that longer battery life. But anyway, the current watch lasts me fine, but it would be cool to kind of go 2 days without charging it. And listen, I'm never gonna say no to more battery life. I think that's a very important feature. It's actually why I went with the iPhone 14 Pro Max as well. I think I'm going big this year. I'm going big with all my products. But yeah, the extra battery life, that's gonna be cool. So another reason, and I mentioned this in my iPhone 14 Pro Max video, why I might want longer battery life, even though I don't necessarily need it now, is I am planning to travel a little bit more this upcoming year. And again, as I mentioned in my iPhone 14 Pro Max video, traveling can really drain the battery life on all these devices. You're obviously away from chargers for an extended period of time, and then if you're traveling through areas with spotty cell coverage, well, that will drain the battery life on a lot of these devices as well. So having extra battery, having a lot more headroom, I think that's going to be a very welcome addition as I start to plan some trips for next year. There's also other features I'm interested in. The 2 times louder speaker, I think that'll be better to actually hear the Apple Watch more clearly. I'm actually curious why Apple doesn't allow music or podcasts to be played back on the current Apple Watch speaker. And now that it's getting 2 times louder, it might not sound the best, but I'm sure it's capable of reproducing these sounds. And I don't know, I feel like I'd like to listen to a podcast on my watch without any earbuds if I'm just like walking around my house or something like that. So hey, Apple, look into that. The action button on the side, I feel like could be very useful. I try and do like a workout every day. So if I could just have a button on the side that quickly launches the workout app and I can get into it, you know, it's not going to change my life, but hey, maybe that's like a cool time-saving feature. But like, don't get me wrong, like this was marketed towards like people like running in the desert or climbing a mountain or scuba diving. I don't plan on doing any of that. Like the harshest climate I'm gonna be in is maybe like in Toronto, Canada, maybe. So I really don't foresee that being something that's for me. And even like the increased durability, I've never had an issue with durability on my Apple Watch. So even all that extra durability, I really don't care. I don't think it's really going to be an issue either way. Now, there are some concerns going into buying this Apple Watch Ultra for me and using it as my main Apple Watch, I guess. And that would be the size. I mentioned that as a strength, but it's also kind of a weakness. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the design. I think it looks cool. It's obviously and clearly the most different Apple Watch design we've had ever. Like the Apple Watch, even though there's been changes since Series 0 to Series 8 now, they've all kind of relatively looked similar. And this Apple Watch Ultra, it's a stark departure from that design. So I like that it's a fresh new look, and I'm looking forward to that. But my concern is with it being so big and it being clearly more sporty looking, I feel like in certain areas that's also going to be hard to dress up. So if you're wearing nicer clothing, if you're going out to a nice dinner, if you're wearing a suit, I don't think the Apple Watch Ultra is gonna look nice. Like even if you dress it up with like a fancier band, I don't think you could pull it off. Whereas with the stainless steel Series 7, this is pretty easy to dress up. You put on a leather band, you put on a metal band, it's passable if you're wearing nicer clothing. With the Apple Watch Ultra, if I'm going to like a special event, I probably won't wear it, right? Like I'll probably keep this stainless steel Series 7 around as like a dress Apple Watch and then wear it in those instances. So the Series 8 Apple Watch or the Apple Watch SE, you can pretty much wear it anywhere, I feel like. With this Apple Watch Ultra, I feel like you can. Like, I feel like there's going to be some events where I'm just going to be like, today I am not wearing this watch. But yeah, that is my biggest concern with the Apple Watch Ultra. But other than that, I am really looking forward to this watch. I think out of all the products that Apple announced at their September event, this is the product I am looking forward to getting my hands on the most. So let me know in the comments below. Are you like me? Are you actually picking up this Apple Watch Ultra? Let me know why, or if you're not picking it up, why not? If you like this video, please give me a like. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing a full review, obviously, of the Apple Watch Ultra. And yeah, hopefully this video was helpful and informative. And maybe it helped you pick out if the Apple Watch Ultra was right for you. Or hey, maybe my concerns made you go, you know what? I'm not going to pick this up. So either way, hope the video was helpful. And hey, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.